Debate. The honourable member for Calgary Rocky Ridge.
Well, thank you, Mr. Speaker. Well, I rise tonight as a member of Parliament for the people of Calgary Rocky Ridge, as a Calgarian and an Albertan, witnessing an economic catastrophe unfolding in my riding. These are my friends, my neighbours, my former business clients, my fellow Albertans who are suffering from the effects of a devastating economic downturn. This January, I met with unemployed workers and employers as part of our jobs task force. I heard from Gary, who's been out of work for 2 years. He's spoken with various headhunters who freely tell him that at his age, in his early 50s, it's unlikely that he will ever find work in his field again. I heard from a man named James, a skilled worker, a mechanical engineer with decades of experience, well, 25 years of experience. A wife, children. He can't even get entry-level or service industry or retail employment because he is told over and over again that he's overqualified. This man just wants to work. He wants to work. If he can't get work in his own field, he'll take anything. And there's nothing available. James feels like a prisoner in his own home, since going out costs money. The only comfort I could give James was telling him that he was not alone. I heard from a senior executive who had to lay off 60% of his employees, 2,300 skilled workers, sending them into a recession with little hope of work in their field. He also had to cut the remaining workers' salaries by up to 20% and cut their benefits. I heard about an engineer who recently decamped to Detroit, of all places. I mean, this is Alberta. We have people moving from Calgary to Detroit for jobs. When that happens, we know the world has been turned on its head. I heard from an oil and gas entrepreneur that said that international energy investors in London and New York, he's talked to these people who say, these are people who choose and decide where employment is going to be created. They make decisions on multi-billion-dollar projects. These people now believe that the initials AB for Alberta stands for anywhere but. I heard of businesses, large and small, fleeing Alberta, causing a commercial vacancy rate of in excess of 22% in Calgary. I heard from a small business owner whose sales and profits are down, his personal income taxes are up, he did not receive a promised small business tax reduction, his payroll deductions that he remits on behalf of his employees are going to increase too. I heard from a mortgage broker whose clients recently graduated from university, took out mortgages, wanting to start families in Calgary. These people now worry they have no hope for employment and are beginning to take their families to and their uncertain futures elsewhere. I heard from professionals that have come from all corners of the world to come to Calgary for the employment opportunities that existed there. These people are now having to leave and look elsewhere into other oil-producing jurisdictions. I heard from oil patch veterans who lived through Pierre Trudeau's National Energy Program in 1982, and these people say that today's situation is actually worse. These Albertans join me to discuss the causes of the jobs crisis and to propose measures that the Government of Canada can take to help remedy the situation. One theme came up time and time again. Stop making things worse. Stop introducing carbon taxes which make our energy sector less competitive and make everything more expensive. Stop using anti-industry and anti-energy rhetoric, such as talking about phasing out one of the largest employers in the province. Stop increasing payroll taxes. Stop scaring away investors and the jobs they create through mixed messages about phasing out the oil sands. Stop playing politics with the National Energy Board. Simply declare that you have confidence in its rigorous processes and that you'll approve the pipelines that it approves. Stop driving Alberta jobs to Texas and the Dakotas, or even places like Nigeria, or Venezuela, Madagascar, or the Gulf states. Stop damaging other industries, like housing, by fiddling with mortgage rules. Stop cheerleading the Notley government's ruinous carbon tax policy. Mr. Speaker, the crash in oil prices was not caused by this government. But if it wants to help, just please stop making things worse.
Questions and comments? The Honourable Minister of Natural Resources.
Mr. Chair, I want to hear from the member across the way about what impact he thinks that the accumulation of strategies and programs announced by the federal government have had on unemployed energy workers in Alberta, if he believes that the EI measures were helpful, if he believes that the infrastructure investments have been helpful, if he believes that the many, many visits to Alberta by myself, by the entire cabinet, expressing the kinds of values that we're expressing here tonight have been helpful and useful, or does he simply think that everything that the Government of Canada has done or said means nothing?
Honourable member for Calgary Rocky Ridge.
As we're having this discussion, it's perhaps more important what the people that I met in my constituency had to say. And while extending somebody's EI by 5 weeks, I guess is 5 weeks, it's a cold comfort to Gary or to James or to the people that I met who have been unemployed for 2 years. And it means nothing to the small contract worker who is not eligible for unemployment insurance or employment insurance, who might have gone from working 40 hours a week to 5 hours a month. These people don't even show up in the statistics, and yet these people are not making any money. They're not working, but they don't seem to even count anywhere. So when I've met with my constituents, I am sorry, Minister, if I may say to you through the chair to the Minister, I didn't hear a whole lot of cheerleading from the people in my riding.
Questions and comments. The honourable member for Vancouver Kingsway.
Mr. Speaker, I also was fortunate enough to be born in Edmonton and spent the first 25 years of my life there before moving to Vancouver, so I'm very familiar with the importance of the energy sector at Alberta. In fact, I grew up within spitting distance of Refinery Row in Edmonton, and one thing that I learned from Peter Lougheed and others is the value of adding value to the product. And the Library of Parliament a few years ago did some research and found that if you took $10 billion of bitumen and refined that into refined oil, you turn that into $20 billion. If you take that refined oil and then you process that into the upper-level ethylenes like kerosene and gasoline and naphtha and aviation fuel, you turn it into $30 billion. And if you take that and use it as feedstock for a plastics and petrochemicals industry, you turn it into $40 billion. So my question to my honourable colleague is, why would we ever want to support a pipeline that simply exports raw bitumen, so that we send that bitumen to places like China and Asia for them to refine that very valuable product and get the jobs and extra value that comes from refining? Why does his party support the export of raw bitumen when that product should stay in this country here to create jobs and add extra value and billions of dollars to the Canadian economy?
The honourable member for Calgary Rocky Ridge.
Our party would also support the export of raw vegetables and not say that, well, why can't we prepare a salad and ship that halfway across the world? But the market will find a way to efficiently decide where products are built and how distribution channels will operate. But I do welcome the suggestion from those benches, perhaps, that there ought to be, that they are pro-investment in upgrades, and perhaps they will get on board. It should a large project be proposed for Edmonton or for his own riding or for anywhere else. Perhaps they can support that large upgrading energy program should it ever be proposed.
Reprise du débat, l'honorable député d'Outremont.